Hi, my name is Nathaniel, and I collect and sell ancient coins as Nathaniel's Creative Collections. Classical Numismatics issued a challenge to see what kind of collections we could assemble for under $100. I have here a Greek collection, two Roman, and a Byzantine collection, with a surprise that I would like to share. Each collection, or something similar, can be assembled for about $100, or about $20 a coin if you are patient. First off, we have Greek bronzes. The Greeks minted millions of tiny bronze coins, and they lost millions of tiny bronze coins. That's very good for us. 4th century BC and later bronzes are abundant. Our first coin is a small bronze from Ephesus. The patron deity of Ephesus was Artemis, whose symbols included the honeybee and a stag. This coin features both a honeybee on the obverse and a stag on the reverse. Next, we have a bronze coin of Aigai in Aeolis, featuring the patron god Apollo. It is amazing how many details they fit onto such a tiny coin. The reverse features a goat. The city's name derives from Ix, Greek for goat, so it is actually a play on words for the name of the city, Aigi. You can even find coins from the Hellenistic period for a decent price. This is a coin from Lysimachus, one of Alexander the Great's successors. It depicts a wonderful helmeted Athena on the obverse and a lion on the reverse. Not every coin needs to be small either. This bronze coin of Pantikapaon features a bearded satyr on the obverse. You see his laurel wreath. The reverse features the twin caps for Castor and Pollux with a cornucopia in between, and in bold letters, Pantid for Pantikapaon. Last for our Greek collection, we have a bronze coin of Phrygia featuring the bust of Aphrodite wearing a stephane, a crescent-shaped diadem worn by goddesses as a mark of divine femininity. The reverse once again features a cornucopia. Moving on to Roman coins, we are going to the crisis of the 3rd century. While silvered Antoniani are tricky to come by at a cheap price, ones in great shape can be found for $20, and if you're willing to carefully clean some, then you can find silvered ones for about the same price. First, we have Gallienus the Invincible, a quintessential 3rd century emperor with fides on the reverse. His own life was tragic, and he held the empire together during some of its darkest days. He was incredibly skilled as a commander, only to be murdered in a plot. So much for fidelity. Next, we have Claudius, his successor. Coinage reached its lowest point under him, and silvered pieces are rare. Though competent, he died of a disease after only 2 years, but was considered virtuous enough that Constantine the Great claimed descendancy from him. We follow this with Aurelian, the Restitutor Orbis, or restorer of the world. A brilliant commander, he reunited all of the different breakaway empires into his command. This coin celebrates this act as the emperor is presented with a laurel wreath of victory on the reverse. Next we have his wife, Severina Augusta. After Aurelian's death, no one really knew who would come out on top. This coin is kind of like a plea for the armies to stay united, hence the reverse depicting Concordia Militum, or unity of the armies. Unity didn't last though, and we had 2 short emperors before another competent ruler took control. This is Probus. He rebuilt much of the empire's infrastructure and started to see some stability before he was again murdered. This reverse features the Temple of Rome and proclaims Romae Aeternae, or Eternal Rome. Next, we have a late Roman collection. The crisis was over, but the state was transformed. Now the emperors were absolute. This is the stage into which Constantine the Great took power. The first coin depicts Constantine the Great. I love the high-crested helmet and the spear behind his back. The reverse shows 2 victories, presenting the vows of the emperor to serve, and the legend declares his eternal victories. We can see how schematic the portraits became after Constantine in this coin here of Constantius II. The reverse is actually a rare type with a lovely depiction of victory marching left. You would be surprised how many different rare coins of the late 4th century you can find for very cheap. A fun mini collection inside of this collection is the gathering of city coinage for Rome and Constantinople. This first coin depicts Roma on the obverse and the twins raised by a she-wolf on the reverse. The Constantinople commemorative is similar, with the personification of the city on the obverse and victory on the prow of a ship on the reverse. These were meant to invite people to come live in the great capital cities. Finally, we have a collection of later bronze coins, Byzantine pieces. So often skipped over, these deserve more attention than they receive. The first coin is a classic large fullis of Justinian the Great, builder of the Hagia Sophia and conqueror of Italy. Early in my collecting, I thought a coin like this was unreachable, but I purchased this coin for only $50 and cleaned the dirt to reveal this emerald-like patina. Next, we have Romanos I Lekapenos. This emperor may not be widely known, but he should be. He usurped the throne and didn't kill the emperor, but acted as a regent. After a competent rule, he gave the throne back to Constantine VII, and then lived out his days in penance at a monastery. In a timeline of blood, he stands out for his mercy. Anonymous fulli of Christ are quickly becoming one of the most popular types for collectors and Christians alike. This coin, struck under Nicephorus III, depicts Christ in a halo holding the Gospels with one hand and the other hand offering a blessing. The reverse depicts a decorated cross. And as a surprise, we have a bronze coin of Hetoum I, a Christian Armenian king in the 13th century. He faced conflicts with the Muslims, Byzantines, and Mongols. Ruling from his small kingdom of Armenia, he successfully played the different sides against each other and ruled over a golden age for the Armenians. He is shown enthroned with royal regalia on the obverse and a cross on the reverse. And there we have it, 4 mini collections in 4 different periods. Collections similar to this can be assembled for about $20 to $50 a coin, depending on how long you look for a good deal or careful you are to clean your coins. Please visit Classical Numismatics channel for more coin content, and if you want to buy similar pieces to these, you can find me on eBay and L5. Thanks for watching.